Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the I Rate Your Squad series. We're now on to episode 15 because you guys have loved it so much, and this is the second episode of the week. If you missed the first one, it went live on Wednesday, so be sure to go ahead and check that out on the channel. This is going to be the second video made off of this tweet right here, which has now got 166 replies, which is unreal. I remember the first time I ever did one of these tweets, I think it got like 20 or 30 replies to it. And now we get over 150, which is hard to believe. So if you don't make it into this video, you might have made it into the first one. And if you don't make it into this one as well, don't worry. A new tweet will be going out on Monday. So I'm now going to have it so every single Monday we put out a new tweet. And then throughout the week, we get 2 videos off of that one tweet, with the videos coming one midweek and then one over the weekend. And hopefully you guys are going to keep on enjoying the series. And as long as you do, I'm going to keep on bringing it back. So before we jump into it, of course, a massive shout out to the MVPs and the GOATs of the channel. MVPs, we have got Heisenberg, Panda, Joaquin, Geno, Anson, Todd, Lou, and Will. And then the 4 GOATs, of course, we've got Eric, Jason, Ice Cream, and Cody. And if you guys want to get involved as well and support the channel, there's a join button down below. If there isn't, top line of the description will show you how it is done. So let's go ahead and let's rate some squads. So first up today, we have got Tyler. Hey JD, I would like to improve my bench centre and starting point guard and any positions you think need improving. I will have 300k once my Blake and Clay Thompson have sold. Keep up the great content. Well, thank you very much indeed, Tyler. So we got Gilbert Arenas, Cam Reddish, AK-47, Mel Daniels, Hakeem, and off the bench, the new Paul Westphal, a Dominique Wilkins, which is not a card I see ever nowadays, Thurl Bailey, Darius Miles, and Boogie Cousins off the bench. So he would like to improve his bench centre and the starting point guard. So one thing I would note straight away, I would swap Thurl Bailey and Darius Miles. Thurl Bailey at 6'11 and Darius Miles at 6'9. I just think it's better off at Darius Miles at small forward and then Thurl Bailey at the power forward, but that's just a little something to note straight off the bat. I appreciate these 3 guys down here. We've got the Kobe, the MJ, and the KD. In terms of the starting point guard, get yourself Pink Diamond Wes Unseld, buddy. Wes Unseld is so good. Going to be well within your budget. And you're still going to have loads of MT left as well. And then as for the backup centre, yeah, I would say Boogie does need changing. Again, Eddie Curry, pick him up and you're still going to be well within budget. You should be able to pick up Eddie Curry and Wes Unseld for about 150k combined, maybe a little bit more. But if you're patient with it, you should be able to get them for that price, which I think is a really good price for 2 incredible cards. Paul Westphal's nice. Dominique, obviously, after his Evo, is quite nice now as well. And the rest of the team is pretty solid. And if you make those 2 upgrades, you've got a little bit of MT to left over with, but not really too many massive upgrades that you can make. But a solid little squad to start off the day right there. We'll give that one a 7.5 out of 10. So next up, we've got Angelo, who has a point offense and 50,000 MT, looking to improve backup point guard or small forward. So starting lineup, we've got Hedo Turkoglu, Brand Roy, Thurl Bailey, Eddie Curry, and Dino Radja, which is interesting. I would definitely suggest swapping over Curry and Dino Radja. Curry much more adept at playing the 5, and Dino Radja, out of the 2 of them, definitely better at playing the 4. The bench definitely does need a bit of work. I wouldn't say Isaac Bonga needs anything changing with him realistically, so he's fantastic. Rocco, Giannis, the old OG Giannis. That's what I was trying to say. The old OG Giannis. Yeah, that's probably got to go. And Jack Sigma as well. I don't really vibe with that card either. But you've already got Eddie Curry and Dino Radja, so you're probably all right with having Jack Sigma off the bench. But Rocco for 50,000 MT, can you improve him? Maybe a Jeff Green could come in there, or a Larry Johnson. Other than that, though, you could get a Gerald Green and then put Cam Reddish at the 3. That's also an option. And then for the 4, for this Giannis, even someone really cheap these days, like a Diamond Joe Smith, will come in and do a better job than that Giannis. That Giannis is definitely outdated at this point in the game. I think he's only got 6 or 7 Hall of Fames off the top of my head. I think that's all he's got. And he doesn't have range extender, which, of course, at this point in the game is incredibly important. So Giannis, get rid of him. Rocco, giving you a couple of options for that. And then swap over Dino Radja and Eddie Curry in the starting lineup. Other than that, there's not really too much you can do if you've only got the budget of 50,000 MT. But not a bad little squad right there. One thing I would note is all of your MT basically is locked away in this Hedo Turkoglu card. So it might be worth selling off Hedo Turkoglu and then using that MT to improve the other areas of your squad as well. That would be something that I would recommend to you. And then again, just buy Wes Unseld at the point guard position. Again, we'll give that one a 7 out of 10 just because the bench is quite outdated. Next up, we have got Onji. I have 600k MT. I'm willing to improve my centre position. So we have got the Galaxy Opal point guard glitched Tracy McGrady, which we had one of last episode. And I'm going to say the same thing I did in that episode. Sell him. Especially given the fact that you got Magic Johnson at a shooting guard right here. And I've just noticed that Riley said exactly the same thing. My guy Riley. I know I'm not JD, but I would sell point guard Tracy McGrady and move Magic to the 1 and buy shooting guard Tracy McGrady and save $500,000. And I would say exactly the same thing, Riley. We're on the same page. Great minds think alike. You know what it's about. So yeah, definitely sell this glitch Tracy McGrady. Put Magic at the 1, and then if you really want a Tracy McGrady, just go ahead and buy the Flash one. They're very, 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 very similar. The only reason you're paying an extra 500k is to have him at the point guard position, but you don't really need that, especially if you've got a point guard in Magic in your squad already. Other than that, Thon Maker, Giannis, Kristaps, LeBron, Glenn Rice, Scottie Pippen, so you're locked in the Giannis, Bosch, and then Wilt, and you're willing to upgrade your center position. Yeah, I would say Wilt definitely needs to go because his release is just bad, man. His release is just rough. I would say I would even have Eddie Curry over this Wilt Chamberlain card. I know that might be a little bit of a controversial hot take, but personally, I would trust Eddie Curry more over Wilt Chamberlain because, yeah, if I see someone with Wilt Chamberlain, I'll leave them open at the 3 because I know his release is very, very tough to time, and his 3-point rating isn't even that high. And at this point in the game, I know that's a stupid thing to say, but at this point in the game, every centre can shoot. So Wilt Chamberlain probably does need to go, but that's a ridiculous team. Absolutely ridiculous. We'll give that one a 9.5 out of 10 just because you locked in the takeover set. You got the Giannis. It is ridiculous. Next up, we have got Cole, who says, I have about 200k MT and I'm looking to upgrade my centres. I've got Levine from the token market the day before it updated. That's a fat L, I'm afraid. I run the 2013 Heat playbook with a Hawks freelance. I keep going 9-0 and 10-0, anything I can do. But keep up the good work on the videos. Thank you so much, Cole. If you're going 9-0 and 10-0, then you can definitely go 12-0. It's just about luck in terms of the matchmaking, but just keep doing what you're doing. If you can get up to 10-0, then you can definitely go 12-0. Your team is looking very top-heavy, it has to be said. You've got obviously a lot of MT in Luka Doncic, KD, Bosch, and Kristaps, and then you've got not a lot of MT in 3D, Bam, Dwayne Wade, and Mo Bamba as well. So I'd probably recommend selling off one of those top-tier players. Probably recommend selling off Kevin Durant because I think he's the most expensive. I think he's about 350 to 400,000 MT. So you could definitely sell him and make some big improvements to the squad. And in his place, just bring in someone like a Pink Diamond Jeff Green or a Pink Diamond Larry Johnson. That would be my advice. And then with the MT that you'll have left over, you can then go ahead and improve that centre position. And it's obviously going to be Pink Diamond Eddie Curry, who's going to come in at that starting lineup. And then off the bench, you could keep the Bam Adebayo, you could get Harry Giles, you could get a Rick Smits if you want a giant down there, or you could get the new Joe Chi, who's better than Mo Bamba anyway. But other than that, it's a nice little squad. Dennis Scott, 3D, I'd probably say he needs to go because he's not the same level as the players that you've got around him. So I'd definitely say he needs to go. And you could probably pick up a Galaxy Opal Clay as well with the money you get from selling KD. So get a Galaxy Opal Clay, Pink Diamond Eddie Curry, and then a backup centre out of the ones that I recommended. But a solid little squad right there, to be fair. A solid little squad. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we have got Calvin, who says, are on a 5-out offense, mostly pick and pop, and Terry Stotts as my coach with Ty Debo type defense. Jeez, if you run Ty Debo type defense, then you better be clamps. I currently have 43,000 MT. Is there any adjustments I can make? So Calvin's out here rocking with the Kobe. We've got Giannis at the 1, which I think is one of the best cards and the best positions you can have in this game. We've got the Evo'd Aaron Gordon, Opal, James Worthy and Hakeem. And then off the bench, Penny Hardaway, which is it's an interesting one. James Harden, PG, Siakam, and then Eddie Curry. So first things I would say, Penny Hardaway, his release, it's just not that good. That card just isn't it, Chief. That card just isn't it, Chief. But I appreciate that you've gone ahead and locked him in. Or not locked him in, but used the tokens to go ahead and get him, so you can't actually change him out. But I would say even a Wes Unselled would be an upgrade over Penny Hardaway, in my opinion. I would also then say to sell this Galaxy Opal Aaron Gordon, because I don't think he's worth it for his value. I would say he's a little bit overpriced for what he is. So I'd sell this Aaron Gordon and then move Paul George. If you really like the PG card, which is a fantastic card, move him to the starting 3. But even so, I would say sell PG, because he could be getting a card at any point. Now, I'm actually recording this on Thursday. You guys are seeing this over the weekend, so if tomorrow for me, or if yesterday for you, the Prime set came out and it's a Paul George, then yeah, I would say sell this Paul George, but it might be too late by then. But if it's not, then go ahead and sell the Paul George, and then get yourself 2 small forwards, which can be Jeff Green, it can be Larry Johnson, it can be Darius Miles, it can be any of those 3 guys, and they will be really, really top tier. But other than that, it's a solid squad. Giannis, Kobe, unreal. We're going to give that one a 9 out of 10 for Calvin. Good work on getting the Kobe. Next up, we have got Max. Hey JD, I'm currently using the 2013 Heat playbook, but I'm also pretty new to it. I have about 120 KMT, and I was thinking about selling my Galaxy Opal Larry Hughes and then maybe adding Andre Kirilenko. Love the vids. Thank you very much, Max. So, Wes Unseld, great move. Walter Davis, Andrew Wiggins, Jeff Green, and Eddie Curry. And off the bench, Bingo Smith, Dwayne Wade, Thurl Bailey, Pau Gasol, and Jack Sikma. So, yes to selling off Galaxy Opal Larry Hughes. I think that's a good move. Pau Gasol has got to go. This card is really bad. Pau Gasol gotta go. Get rid of him as quickly as you bought him. Move Thurl Bailey to the 4, and then buy Darius Miles to come in at the 3, or Larry Johnson, whichever one of those 2 guys takes your fancy. Other than that, adding an AK-47 would be a good idea. I'd bring him in for Andrew Wiggins, but then put Andre Kirilenko at the 4, and then have Jeff Green at the 3. And I think that is a good move. And he is a fantastic card, so I would definitely recommend doing that move. Nice little solid squad, but yeah, Pau Gasol definitely brings it down. We'll give that one a 7.5 out of 10 from me. Next up, we have got Gavin, who says, I run the 2018 Hawks freelance, and I have about 40k MT. I want to improve my backup shooting guard and my 3rd string centre. I'm fine with everyone else, so I don't want to get rid of any of them, unless you have a suggestion. I love your videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. And then he's updated it, and so he's now got 81,000 MT. So we've got Isaac Bonga next to Kobe, and Darius Miles, Pascal Siakam, Hakeem, and then off the bench, Dwayne Wade, Chris Mullin, Nick Batum, Thurl Bailey, and Eddie Curry. And then his 3rd string is James Harden, Brandon Ingram, and Jack Sikma as well. Okay, so yeah, Jack Sikma, you could upgrade him, but I don't think you're going to get much better for the MT that you've got. And with Hakeem and Eddie Curry out there, he shouldn't be playing too many minutes anyway, so I wouldn't worry about upgrading your 3rd string centre. Backup shooting guard, yeah, Chris Mullin's just not the guy, is he? He's just not the guy. What you could do is just move Nick Batum to the 2, and then buy yourself, as I have said a couple of times in this video, a Jeff Green or a Larry Johnson. And you've already got Darius Miles, who is a fantastic card. So yeah, I would say a Jeff Green or a not a Darius Miles, or a Gerald Green. He could also come in there as well. You could get Gerald Green at the 2, or an Andrew Wiggins. Any of those guys are reasonably cheap pink diamonds and can come in and replace that Chris Mullin, who, yeah, isn't the best card in the world. But a nice little squad. Other than that, again, congratulations on the grind for Kobe. I know firsthand how ridiculous that grind is. So yeah, shout out to you for that one. We'll give that one a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. I might be being a bit harsh right there. Next up, we have got Hamza. Would like to upgrade my small forward. I don't have much MT, but I'm willing to sell anybody. I only play offline. So we have got, I mean, you can tell he plays offline. He's got 2 of the Galaxy Opals. He's got Rudy LaRusso and Mel Daniels. Big W's. We've got the Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade, the Pink Diamond Ben Wallace and Eddie Curry. And then off the bench, Reggie Theus, Derek Rose, Gerald Green, Thurl Bailey, Big Z, LJ, Steph Curry, and Darius Miles. Okay, a couple of things you can do just to get some more MT into your club. I know you don't play online, but even still offline, you can still make a very nice squad. So sell up, sell Dwayne Wade, sell Ben Wallace, sell Reggie Theus, sell Big Z. That would be my first. That'd be my first recommendations for doing this. And then you can move Larry Johnson into the starting lineup in the starting small forward position, or Darius Miles, whichever one of those 2 guys you fancy more or you like more. I'd say probably bring Darius Miles in at the 3. I think that's a fantastic replacement right there, and that frees up the MT from Ben Wallace. You can then move Derek Rose to the backup 1. He's definitely more adept at playing the 1 than the 2, that's for sure. And then you can have Gerald Green moving to the backup 2, and then Larry Johnson coming in at the backup 3. As for the backup centre, you can get someone really cheap like a Joe Chi, or you can spend a little bit more and get yourself a Pink Diamond Dino Raja, who is about 40,000 MT at the moment. And then for the starting point guard position, you can either just run that Derek Rose there, or you can buy yourself the Diamond Dwayne Wade if you really do like his release. So free up some MT, sell off Dwayne Wade, Ben Wallace, Reggie Theus, and Big Z, and you'll have a little bit of MT to play with, and you'll hopefully be able to go ahead and enjoy your squad a little bit more. But a nice little basis of a squad, a couple of nice free opals in there, but we'll give that one a 7 out of 10 from me. Next up, we have got JK Smooth. Hello, JD. I have 177,000 MT. I'm trying to improve my backup point guard and shooting guard. My playstyle is rim running and having my players hit the wide open threes most of the time. Thank you in advance. So, Wes Unseld, JR Swish, the Henny God, in the squad. Darius Miles, Evo Bol, and then Eddie Curry. And off the bench, Dwayne Wade, Nick Batum, Thel Bailey. We've got Mel Daniels, and then we do have a Joe Chi as well. So, backup point guard and shooting guard, you've got Dwayne Wade and you've got Nick Batum at the moment. What you can do is get Galaxy Opal Draymond Green, have him at the 1. He's obviously a fantastic card. Just a little bit worse than Wes Unseld, but very, very similar players, both incredibly strong defensively and give you a lot on the offensive end as well. So Draymond Green can definitely come into this squad at the backup 1 or even the starting 1 and then have Wes Unseld off the bench. That's also an option. And then with the MT you've got left, you could pick up someone like a Pink Diamond Michael Redd or a Pink Diamond Andrew Wiggins for that backup shooting guard role, who will be an upgrade over the Nick Batum. And then I think that pretty much takes up most of your MTs. There's not much else you can do right there, but a solid little squad. Starting lineup, very, very nice. Bench definitely needs a little bit of work, but we'll give that one an 8 out of 10 from me. Next up, we have got TGK, this ginger kid, looking for general upgrades, possibly Vlade if anything. Don't have a ton of MT, probably about 50,000 MT. Could get a bit more if needed, thanks in advance. Okie dokie. So this is a very interesting one because there's a lot to dissect out here. There's a lot to dissect. And these are the squads that I really like because I know that I can make a lot of changes and hopefully really help you guys out. So, Pink Diamond LeBron at the 1. Get him sold. He's your most expensive player by far, and you should not have all of your MT in one card without upgrading the rest of your squad. So Pink Diamond LeBron, get him gone. That rhymes. Then you can move the Pink Diamond Wes Unseld to the 1. So Wes Unseld can be your starting point guard. Dennis Rodman, again, not the most incredible card in the world, so I'd probably recommend selling him. And then off the bench, again, Chauncey Billups, not really good at this point in the game. DeMar DeRozan as well. Even the Evoed one, probably not the best at this point in the game. So a couple of budget cards that you can pick up. Joe Smith for the backup center position. I'd definitely recommend that. Pink Diamond Dino Raja for the starting center position over Vlade. I would definitely recommend that as well. Larry Johnson's dirt cheap. Jared Dudley, actually. The Pink Diamond Jared Dudley is so cheap right now because of that locker code. So get him in at the small forward position. Pink Diamond Jared Dudley can come in there, get rid of that Dennis Rodman, and you'll be fine in that regard. And then the shooting guard, there's quite a few budget cards that you can bring in. You can get a Nick Batum, you can get a 3D, a Lance Stevenson, a Swaggy P. There's loads of good options out there that will be better than that Chauncey Billups. And then again, as for DeRozan, you can get a nice little budget small forward in there in the terms of Danny Manning, a Joe Smith. Probably Joe Smith, actually, I would recommend. To get Joe Smith in there. Wait, did I? Oh no, I've already recommended Joe Smith for the 4. You can't have him at both positions. So Lamar Odom or a Danny Manning and a Joe Smith, and interchange those between the 3 and the 4. And then, yeah, as for Joe Chi, probably the best option right now for the amount of MT you have. But yeah, definitely get LeBron sold, get the MT back from him, and then distribute that evenly around your squad. We're going to give that one a 7. I don't want to go under a 7. But if I would, that would probably be a 6.5 for that one. But anyway, next up we have got Pure Basketball. Hello JD. After my auction sell, I'll have about 200k MT, possibly looking to upgrade my backup center and backup point guard. But I need both of them to be tall because my starters are on the shorter end. I need my center to be 7'2" plus to stop the tacos and whatnot, and point guard to stop the LeBrons. Very, very good point. So your starting lineup is very small indeed. Galaxy Opal Derrick Rose is nice. Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade, sell him. Buy the Diamond. They are so similar. There is no need to have the MT in the Pink Diamond one. Sell Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade. Just get the Diamond one, and straight away that frees up quite a bit of MT. Paul George in there is a very nice card. Tony Kukoc and Dino Raja. Even as a dynamic duo, I probably wouldn't recommend it. I would say sell. I'd definitely say sell Tony Kukoc. You can still run Dino Raja in there, but I would definitely say sell Tony Kukoc because he's just not worth it, even when even when duoed up. And then off the bench, yeah, you got the old rewards Ben Simmons. He's got to go. If you need a big point guard, just get yourself Amethyst Isaac Bonga. Nice and cheap, and can definitely do the job of defending against the LeBrons of the world. And then as for Big Z, again, get him sold. Get yourself Pink Diamond Rick Smits. Again, if you're coming up against the Giants, you're going to need a Giant yourself, and Pink Diamond Rick Smits is going to be that guy. But other than that, you've gone 12-0, so you know what you're doing. You've got the James Worthy, you've got Kiki as well, and Gerald Green. It's a nice little squad other than that, but there's a couple of little suggestions that I think you should make. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10 from me. And then finally, last but very much not least, we have Hand of Dilove. He says, hey, I'm new to 2K. I've been playing for about 3 weeks now. I have 180k MT, and I'm looking to upgrade my point guard. I'm open to any suggestions though. I'm grinding for Kobe right now and should have him by the end of the week. Stay safe, brother. If you only started 3 weeks ago and you're going to have him by the end of the week, that is an insane grind. Shout out to you. So, Gilbert Arenas, good. Dwayne Wade, good. Ryan Anderson, good as on a budget. Alonzo Mourning, awful. Really bad. Sell Alonzo Mourning. Now get him as far away from your squad as you can. He's got one of the worst jump shots in the game, and that's not an exaggeration. And then off the bench, Allen Iverson is a nice novelty card, but just not good enough to play online especially. Larry Hughes, too small for the 2, realistically. I think he's 6'4 or 6'5. If he's 6'5, he's okay, but if he's 6'4, he's on the shorter side. So I'd say sell Allen Iverson, sell Larry Hughes, James Donaldson as well. He's got to go. You've got not much shooting in that backup lineup with that James Donaldson right there and Joe Chi coming in with a little bit of a 3-ball, but not the most incredible in the world. Definitely get Alonzo Mourning sold. And if you've got 180k, get yourself a Pink Diamond, Darius Miles, or a Jeff Green in at the starting 4. That would be my advice right there. And then maybe put Ryan Anderson at the 4 because he's got a bit more height. And then off the bench, get yourself Amethyst Isaac Bonga for the 1. Get yourself the Pink Diamond, who is it? Jared Dudley. Move him to the 3 and then put Chris Mullin to the 2. And then at the backup 4, you can get someone nice and cheap like the Diamond Joe Smith. And then you'll still have plenty of MT left over to play with. So we're going to give that squad a 7 out of 10 as well. And that is going to do it, guys, for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed. And like I said, be sure to stay tuned on Monday on my Twitter, which is right here, JD_crossover. We will be having the next episode or the next tweet go out for the next 2 episodes. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.